Well, the game
I do
was
a
just
live
started.
Blitz. That was
Oh,
Blitz.
okay,
That was Blitz.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Oh no, it's him.
Because at the rapid we see it's 924 and it's actually
Hikaru's
higher
gonna be
than
so
it
sad when he knows that I didn't
It was
improve
like
any of
maybe
my
7,
black openers.
730, 750, I thought. So he's actually improved
Hikaru will
quite
be
a bit.
so disappointed.
Well, I'm gonna flip the board here to have white on bottom, and
Let those chat.
we're rocking and rolling. Game is on. We
Is this some sort of
D4
gambit?
for Queen's Pawn. We had
Oh,
all
no.
E4 yesterday, Hikaru. Or no, we have one English, but this is our first D4, I think, of the event.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because I feel like xQc has a lot less experience against pawn to d4 on move 1, and the fact that he's thinking already
There's
on move
something
2
here
is,
that's good that I can't see.
is not a good sign, I'd say.
Okay.
When should you start thinking? Because I think
What is he gonna do?
I think is total cheese.
What are you gonna do, buddy, huh?
Yeah, so
What are
what
you
I
gonna
would
do?
say is a lot of newer players who are beginners, they will push the pawn in front of the king right away. It's much more natural, the development of bringing the queen and bringing the bishop out. Whereas playing pawn
Right.
to d4 on move 1, it tends to lead to a slower opening phase of the game. And so
If
what
I
I would
block
say,
or
even
I
at this
try to
level,
help
they
it.
should know their first like 5 to 6 moves.
And just can't take it.
And yeah, he's thinking for a while here. This is
Yeah.
That's that 20 hour. He's been up for 20 hours. I feel like have we not known there's studies that being
I'm
awake
just fine.
for very long periods of time is
The
as bad as
martial
being
offense.
drunk.
That's what I was going for. Anyway.
Severely drunk.
Yeah, no, it's worse. It's worse in many ways.
Is this cheese
Well,
right
he
here?
played
You go
knight
for
f6
cheese?
in Finton, though. Again, I have all 3 of my students are going down today, so I highlighted the
Cake?
next matches, Waga and Thor. But I also work with Finton, and
can still
unfortunately,
go for
he already
this,
forgot
right?
one of my
He can
first
still
tips,
this.
which was that when you play this opening, they need to protect with a pawn, because if not, they've basically given you your goal of the big center.
I can make him confused.
Knight f6, and I said the main thing you do is you
Something
just
like
take
this.
it. Unfortunately, he
This
forgot.
is really bad.
He didn't take it, which would have given him his better chances
You
of
know
the
what
big
I
pawn
like?
center, and now he's played
What
knight
I like?
c3. So
I like this.
that's sorry, the coach and me taking over. My bad.
Sure. Mad at your students. I get it.
Yeah.
And then bang
Oh,
bang.
and
But
It'll
now,
be-
now it's turning
That's
to a
kinda annoying
normal
for him.
opening. Like
Let's
that's
try
yeah.
that.
Actually, had moved the pawn on the second move. We could have had this from the normal order.
Yeah.
But Danny, since you did coach Easy with Aces, I think this is transposed back into a position that probably you've shown him
Yep.
before, right?
Yeah, so 100%.
If I do
The
this,
transposition happens because, as
he's
Hikaru
actually
said,
gonna go for
E6
it.
is the move that should get there. But Finton missed his small chance, and now we're in a mainline Queen's Gambit. We went over this.
That's
I mean, he
scary.
knows. Finton knows. Get the pieces out. You know, you're all right.
Has
You're all right.
xQc received any coaching from you, Hikaru?
Well, I'll put the
No,
queen
I
up
reached out
then.
to him multiple times, but I think he was kind of busy with Among Us and Fall Guys, so
Yeah.
didn't have a chance.
How is he able to squeeze it in when he's playing Among Us for 18 hours versus the other?
I mean, he must just really love chess at the end of the day.
This is terrible.
Is he
I
playing
know
the
what I'm
Fall
doing.
Guys event with you guys on the 28th or no?
He is in that event. Yeah.
I
He's captain.
don't know what I'm doing.
Is he on your team, Hikaru? You get to be his captain?
No, he's a captain as well. So, like, I'm a captain and he's a captain. Ludwig, I think,
Okay,
is a
okay.
captain also.
If I do
We'll
this,
all be rivals at that event against each other. Although
And
that
I'm
would
doing
be a
this.
dream team. Imagine
He can't do this play
Hikaru,
anymore.
me, you,
I don't
xQc.
mind that play. And he does this, I can take that.
That would be so
Games.
bad.
This is so
All right,
bad.
We've got our first awkward move. It's not a bad.
I'm confident. I got
developing
this.
move normally,
I know what I'm
but-
doing.
Oh, he's going for cheese. He's going for the cheese. Danny, you got to show the line on the board. So pawn takes pawn.
Yeah.
Pawn takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. And you
I
think
know what
white's
I'm
gonna
doing.
win a queen. But
And
there's
then
this bishop.
Ludwig,
Look
what's
at
the
the music
move?
for a
What's the
little
move
bit.
here?
What's the move right here for?
I don't want to
black?
the music.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So right here in this spot, black obviously gonna grab that bishop, bring him
So the-
on down to b4.
Wow, you're crushing it.
Whoa! Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then obviously in that spot, scary
Okay.
cheese on its way.
Finton did not.
He's not
take
playing
it.
fast,
He did
which
not
makes
take
me think
the bait.
that
not even
I'm
sure
doing
if he
good.
saw the cheese, but he just settles on
If
eliminating
he,
the knight.
if he,
And now he could
Yeah.
win the pawn. It's got some risk to it, but he could go for it.
I have a better development, and he can't do the
Yeah, I mean,
scamas.
objectively taking
He
his
can't
pawn would be very
scam me
good.
anymore
I kind
with
of hope
his
he
sideways
doesn't grab his
trash.
pawn 'cause he
I can
has not
snap on
developed
him.
any of the pieces next to his king. The bishop, the knight, and the rook are all in their original squares.
Yeah.
So I kind of hope that he doesn't grab his pawn after xQc recaptures with his pawn. But it's gonna. I think this is exactly what xQc wants, which is something that at the start of the
that
game
was-
is probably not very good, but it's going to be very, very complicated.
But
and
that's
there
hurtful.
almost certainly will be some blunders.
Now -1.
Yeah. So what do you know about xQc then? He likes the tactics. That's what you're implying there.
Mm-hmm. He
Okay.
loves these open positions where he can bring his pieces out very quickly and attack.
Okay.
Do I care though?
Why don't we do our first listen in of the day? We've got him streaming, and we'll all take a back
course
seat
I
and
don't.
see what insights he's given his viewers. Over
If
there.
I do this, he's gonna scam me. If I do this, he's gonna scam me. I have to do this first. This is so bad.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay, no. In the event of this happens, if I push this and he goes away, let's say he goes away.
Uh-oh.
He goes away.
Did you say in the event? This is like the most proper I've ever heard
Nah.
him speak.
He doesn't see that the knight is attacking the queen right now.
You know what? Let's just try it. Wait, no, my queen's in danger. I didn't even look at that.
Okay. Ooh.
Wow, that could have been game ending. Where do I position that lady?
Where do I position that lady? There you go.
I think this is
Such a
fine.
smooth talker. Adept, I get it. I get it.
That is the question.
This is pretty cool. No, it's not. I'll do that. I don't like that this is all stacked up. I think this is garbage. At least he can't do this to me anymore.
Okay.
We got that. We got this out of the way, and I can start doing stuff like this.
Look at that. Let's do it.
Why is it going so fast?
Not that it matters, but that's a good move, E4. Music is
What
so
is happening? Do I want that? I kind of want that.
I don't think he wants that.
Not exactly.
He's already way down on time, though. He's
Yeah.
down more than 5 minutes already, almost. So
Yeah.
it's-
The rust.
he's
Do I
gotta
want
make some
that?
moves.
Pawn can just pass you, right? Stress out the queen.
Well,
Why
but
not?
then you lose your knight. That's actually why it's a good move.
Oh.
Sure.
No, it's
Because the
terrible.
pawn protects the knight, so if he moves the pawn, you take.
Every
the
time I
knight.
look at somebody that knows what, every time I look at somebody who knows how to play, their pawns look like art. They're so. When I play, my pawns look like like they're missing arms and legs, dude.
So true, though.
Like Mr. Potato from the movie, dude, like Toy Story or whatnot.
That's actually not untrue.
No,
though,
that's
Hikaru. Like
good.
when you look at a
Wait, no,
at a
no,
master
wait, no,
play, their
wait,
pawns are like
wait, that was really good
structured,
play.
there's a shape,
Because
right? And
if,
it's like-
if he
Yeah,
does
yeah.
take,
He's right about that.
I
It does
yoink.
look like art. The pawns for the
Dude.
protect each other, they all make a lot of sense in terms.
now
of...
he's
What
mold.
do your pawns look like when you play, Lud?
You know what? I try
Wait,
to just
he's
advance
definitely
all of them
molding
at
it.
the same time equally, so they're all next to each other. Like it's a small world style. I think that's the safest strat.
That's generally
Now
that,
he's
that is
blocking
generally a
it.
good way to do it.
Yeah.
Because here, like both players with the placement of where
okay.
the pawns are on the center part of the board, there's a lot of danger. I think for both sides here. Because white's pawns can be attacked easily, black's pawn as well, and F5, it's a little bit weak as well.
Are you stressed about his clock? I'm seeing a lot of
bit.
yep clocks.
Yeah, I mean this is really dangerous. He's got to move faster. He's thinking way too long.
He hasn't like thought about an attack either.
But this is the best move. So he
Yeah,
found
that was a good
Oh,
move.
I kind of misclicked. Fuck.
And
Whatever.
Hikaru made a good
I
point.
guess we're
That,
just gonna go
okay,
through
a
with it.
big center is nice, and you have space, but it's also a target, and you got to give xQc some credit. He's been attacking it. We'll see what he does here.
He knows what he's
But
doing.
he's got to move. He's just got to move.
Yeah. Let's check in with Finton. We haven't seen what the Poker Master's up to yet. Let's do it.
Just want to get ourselves castled.
Focus up. I can snap on him. After minutes left. I gotta start playing fast. I gotta start playing fast here. Bing. You could do bang and I snap. He takes. He takes. Alright, that's way better. Bang, bang, bang. No. Bang. Bang. This is pretty good too. I don't know why I didn't think about that. And it makes my pawns look pretty cool too. It makes my pawn look so cool! Now he's scared? Now he's scared. Because my pawns look sick and his look miserable. Yeah, he's definitely molding now. Look at his pawns are miserable. Look at that. It's like a pyramid. It's the pyramid of Egypt. And then bing, bang, bang, bang. And he's so bald now.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Takes.
Just a 6 consoles thing, Danny.
He has a trick of
Yeah,
his
Vincent
sleeve.
is super slick and
So,
like
baby.
I said, I always try to describe.
Oh, he's trying to cut. Is that cute? He's trying to copy.
There you go. But this
I mean,
Now
I'm
he's trying to
amazed by
copy.
what has occurred.
Making
by
his
the way.
pawn
So
look like
I don't
mine.
think white is even better anymore.
yeah, I agree. Love it.
He's jealous, dude.
Because like,
I
look,
got him.
for example, when you get these pawns in the center,
middle battle was
if
won
they're
already.
protecting each other, they make a lot of sense. But here, the pawns are not secure at all. The pawn on the dark square is under attack from the knight, and the bishop and the pawn on e4 is
He's the
also
+1,
under
but
attack
who
from the
cares?
pawn on f5. So white could lose the whole center here very quickly.
I'd
Do
rather
you see
have
any major attacking
6
ideas
beautiful
from either
pawns
side?
than 7 ugly ones.
I see obvious sort of ideas to attack the pieces in the center of the board for xQc. For
Sure.
His queen is
for
useless
Easy
because
with Aces
she's
for
like
Vinton,
disengaged by
I don't
3
actually
stack.
see any good ideas to attack here. He's trying. I like the idea though of moving the queen out.
Yeah.
The bar
You're-
went down a lot. Why?
Because black can move the king over
Wait a
one
minute.
square, and then the
Did he
threat
just
is,
throw?
Okay, so for example, there's a big mistake here, which would be instead of moving the king over, go back one move. Black can play knight takes pawn.
Nah, I can feel a checkmate coming up.
Because after queen takes white is attacking. But for example, your
If I
queen is under
take
attack
and
with the
fossil this,
I see.
on the light square. So if black moves the king over, scoots it over one square first, then the threat of capturing the pawn with the knight and then attacking.
He's
the
gonna
queen with the
check
bishop
me.
on the light square is a very strong
Take.
threat.
Yep.
No, we can't.
And
Okay, but this probably
as
won't
far-
come up. I'm thinking.
I had that to do with my gut feeling
Oh,
here.
he makes the mistake.
goes for it.
Oh, he.
Oh my god, I'm
Wow.
gonna get checkmated.
and it stinks
Wrong
because on the
order.
one hand, it's actually good tactical recognition. He saw the idea
Right.
of the queen. He understood he could win the pawn, but it's hard. It's like the next level is see the tactical recognition, but you got to visualize it ahead of time. And now if Easy
Vincent
finds this, he's
immediately
Ah, 2 minutes,
saw it.
he could just fly
did
if he wanted to.
immediately drag
Nah,
out
he's
the
not a
line
low player like that. There's no way he's gonna do
A7.
that.
oh he did okay.
But he didn't see it as like a goaded move. It feels like he kind of saw it and then he's looking at.
Wait, that was really good actually.
Right.
That,
So
that was
I would
that
say
was
if
legitimately
Vincent
good.
plays queen takes
I
pawn,
can't
he almost
afford to think
certainly is
anymore,
gonna
but
win
then I
this
get
game.
this.
He does not take the pawn.
If I do end up turning out
Very,
mids
very likely he's gonna
like
lose.
crazy, I do get
Well, what's
this.
funny, Hikaru, too, is
a big
it is
threat of a
almost tricky
+6.
enough that if
And then
xQc
-3.
can grab the knight with check, meaning he doesn't panic of this and actually lose the knight. Like if he sees
Yeah, I'm
this,
starting- I'm
and then
start- I'm
frees
starting
his
to feel
king,
this.
He's not.
Information
it's
is
not
flowing
over,
through me.
Right, there are some.
Thinking
outside
won't be as
chances that the
expensive
game
later
goes
on.
here.
He has had the queen.
Oh,
hovered
he took
over.
the pawn, right?
He did it. He had it there for like
Wait a
20
minute.
seconds before he finally pulled the trigger.
But if xQc sees knight takes f3 with check and then frees the checkmate, it's not red rover yet. I mean, he still has some chances.
No, but it's very hard with 2 minutes on the clock. The time is going down.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I think it's very hard for him to play knight takes knight here because he's gonna be so
Yeah.
so tunneling
rattled.
on this queen e8 checkmate idea.
Dude, what's happening?
I will say the pieces
I
that
just
he's
got
looking
bamboozled.
at are not a knight.
Yeah,
It is
let's
all
listen in.
pawn.
Let's listen in and see what's going on.
So stressful all of a sudden.
I know.
If I move, he just takes that. And I take. And then he takes. He thought about all of this already. He thought about this already! This is so unfair.
Okay, if he moves the bishop, he has a chance. Uh-oh.
I don't have much time. I have a minute
Not the
only.
worst
It's okay.
move,
It's okay.
though.
It's a BO3.
Yeah.
It's a BO3.
Can stop the checkmate at least.
And now he only has one move, so he'll see it right away. And now it's game on again.
What a weird game.
Yeah, yeah, because
This has been such a weird game, is it not?
I think it's a weird game.
Well, xQc is, I think,
still
almost
have
better
one trick
here
up my
unless,
sleeve.
unless EasywithAces finds one idea
I
here, which
still
I
have
think is
one
almost
trick
impossible to spot.
And
Up my
you're
sleeve.
talking about the knight b6, queen a5 retreat.
I think so, yeah.
I call it.
I love trying to
the
translate
throw attack.
Hikaru. I know Lud does that too.
Yeah. That's the. Sorry, one more time. Is it the parpetry? Yeah.
Okay, but he didn't find it. He gave a check that's not the best check, so xQc still has a chance.
Right, and the problem with what he's doing is that
Kinda
xQc
plays
only
that.
has one move, so it's like xQc will
Right.
see the move right away. That's the problem with these moves, is that the queen block, it was the only move. The king move, it's the only move. So xQc doesn't have to actually find a move. He gets 2 free moves because it's an only option.
Right.
Now, to be fair, if I had this position, I think that I would actually, I think black is much better here. Don't
Yeah,
move
it's
the
turned
king,
around.
please. Don't move the king.
If he
Don't
plays
move the
b6,
king.
he does. If he plays b6, he does.
Okay.
Okay. This is.
Oh, man,
I
this
can't
is
think. I don't have
crazy.
enough time.
So in your mind, it'd
I
be
think that was
better
really
for
bad,
Fenton
but
to make
do
attacks
you want me to tell you?
that the
It
strategy
is
might
what it
not be
is.
so easy on defense.
Right, so there's actually one big problem here. If
I'm
you look
still
at
in
this
good shape.
position, what's
If
gonna
I had more
happen is
time, this would be
black
more
can trade
interesting.
the knight. So white's going to get those 2 pawns lined up in a row next to his king. But then also he has this knight that's kind of wandering that's near the black king. And black can actually trap this knight by attacking with the king.
You're playing
the
increment
rook,
game,
or
eh?
the bishop.
10-5. This means that for each move,
Attack
time is
that
added to the
knight.
player's
And the
clock.
knight is trapped.
10-5.
He's going to lose that knight.
So 10 seconds an increment
So this
for a
is-
total of 5 minutes additional.
Man,
Hi,
very,
man.
very
Hey,
tricky.
hey.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like Fenton's been doing all the work, and then after everything that happens,
So
Hikaru
thinking
still goes, yeah, I
isn't
like black's spot
expensive,
here.
actually.
Yeah.
So
If you think
I guess
fast enough, you get a discount.
She's
But-
doing something right.
That's an interesting
Hikaru
philosophy.
pointed out the unluckiness sort of is like he gave xQc all only moves. Like here, xQc can't not find this move. Like it, and then he can't not find this move. So he kind of got himself in a weird spot. Look at this
Right.
move c5. Oh, the knight d5 though.
better
Yeah,
to find a move that has multiple options, is what you're saying.
I think
Yeah,
I just threw
because
the
when
game.
you only have one option, kind of, and it's not even just this one option, but
No,
it's a good,
stop
good
thinking like that,
only
dude. What the
option
fuck's going on with
too.
you?
Like that
Yeah.
makes it very difficult. And I think especially
I
at this
keep
level,
thinking
the
that
more
I'm throwing.
options your opponent
I have
has
to
to make
stop
a
being so
mistake, the
negative.
better off it is. Whereas when they only
Right.
have one move, they can't make a mistake. They have to find the one move.
Feel like you're getting free chess lessons, Lud?
Look, I'm already Pat. I'm like, it's like, I'm I'm like Shaq. I'm on TNT now. You know what I mean? Like I did my tour. I got my championships. I was
could
the
have eaten
biggest
this.
at the time.
That would have been
That was
such a good
all
play.
season. Maybe I could play ball with these youngins, but I'm just taking my victory tour.
Yeah. All right. Okay. xQc does find the check, and so the only problem with
I had
using
to.
the
I had
C pawn
to.
is he kind of accidentally gave Fenton, a saving move, but it's still tricky. The main issue is clock.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a really bad move.
I don't know if I'm throwing or
All
I'm
right,
doing
what do
good.
you want to do? Let's go check in with the kid in school that I didn't cheat off, but let's go look at him.
I think we're just going to.
I think I'm doing good. I don't have time to think. It's too expensive. Oh no. No, I let go. I let go of the button. That's terrible.
Like
No,
that
I
change?
have
Yeah,
something
I
over
think it's
there.
way better.
Is
I
this
think
explorable?
only
Is this
for the exact
explorable?
reason that no one can make excuses. No Johns, as they say.
Right.
Because you know, if you happen to roll black and then you lose your one game and you lose the whole
Right.
match, that kind of sucks.
I don't know.
So it just
Right.
gives you the opportunity. I'm sorry,
There you
I have to pause. Did you call me Lug?
Bud.
Okay, Lug. I was just seeing a bunch of lugs in chat.
I don't know.
In fact, Lug is a cool nickname for you. What do you think? You're like a lug. What do you think?
That's what my Brazilian
lost.
soccer coach called me when I was on JV.
All right.
Not much I could have done there
Thick
though.
accent.
I don't know.
I
If
thought
if
it
I
was
had more
his
time, I would have been
accent,
different.
and then he sent me an email and he wrote "to Lug," and so he just never knew my name ever.
All right, let's
yeah,
go see
GG's.
xQc's potential
I tried,
final
though.
moments here.
Okay, GG. Okay, I give him match two.
Transition into the loss.
GG. Guys,
brutal.
I didn't have enough time. Yo, did I get a BO3? BO3, right?
Second game.
Technically BO2, but
We'll
yeah.
give him a match two.
Yep. I feel like I'm talking to him.
I think I had checkmate somewhere.
He's running a game report.
Don't think he was.
I think
was
somewhere in
even
there I
close
had checkmates.
to- Am I crazy?
Fan of Easy with Ace for quite a while now. Fenton's a very charismatic guy, very good poker player as well. I might add. He seems like whenever I watch a stream every other week, he wins like 20 grand. So the
Alright,
guy's-
push your
guy's-
pawn, push
I
it,
love the
push it,
stuff
buddy.
he has.
I'm doing the
With his, disco
Roy
ball,
Lewis
doing
Open.
poker,
Oh my god.
He's a lot of
What
fun
is
to watch.
that? He's going for a
OG
cheese or
too, I feel
something.
like, well, compared to a lot of other streamers, like myself at
Oh,
least.
what a
I
cute
don't know how to open when he does
That's
this.
a large animal.
Oh.
He's winning the
I'll
crowd.
just
He's
no more
winning the
open.
crowd of this dog.
Do you and Cutie have a dog yet,
The
Lud?
Carol can, of
We
course,
got a
dude.
dog, yeah.
Yeah?
She's got
I
a
thought I
dog
saw
that's
the
here.
dog on a stream one time.
He's such a whiny motherfucker, dude. He's one of those dogs that got
pull
too
this
attached
out?
to the owner, and then every time she's not here, he's like
Boom,
a
boom.
mega pussy. And all I want to do is hang
I
out.
don't think I
And
mind
just put
that.
my hand out, and he's like,
Oh no.
all right,
Oh no.
man, whatever.
Oh no.
Get over here.
That's when you know you lost.
All right. Well,
When
Finn
the
played
engine
Carol. We
says
worked
something
on
that
this.
isn't
We
like
worked
some
on the Carol, so
like
he's,
like
one of the things
Roger
about the lessons with
like
him is,
Roger
he's been playing
Juicer
chess for so
variation.
long.
Wait, is
I mean, he
Fenton
plays on
drinking
chess.com
beer?
like
That's when you know that you lost the opener, dude.
Drinking beer,
When the
isn't he?
Carol can doesn't go to Carol
Camera, so I
can,
assumed it was a beer. You don't drink
Bridge
alcohol.
North,
All right?
Southern,
Everybody
like
knows that. Any classy
Viking
European-
defense, dude. I'm telling you.
Wait, it's non-alcoholic?
No, I'm saying you can't. You shouldn't.
I'm telling you, you have to listen.
Beverages, so I'm
Right.
assuming it's a beer here. But like it's late where he is, right? He's Ireland, like 9 or
it's-
something.
It's already a disaster.
It's drinking
No,
hours,
actually, he's
like-
in Malta. He's in Malta, Ludwig. He's a tax cheat like you are.
Fuck it. I mean, fuck it. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, it's just smart business, Hikaru. At the end of the day,
offshore accounts.
I just enjoy the state of Delaware
Right.
for all its beauty.
All right.
We're in it, right? This is it.
I'm playing okay, I think.
Yeah, this is he has a chance to do another cheese
Fair
with
enough.
95 here, maybe.
Yeah. A little nutty, but we'll show it. Cheese with nuts. It doesn't work
I
if
could
Black
castle
knows
or
not to,
develop
not
here.
to take again. But
Right.
something like this should be fine. But that's a hard thing to find. I don't know that
I
I'll go
kind of
for the
like
cheese.
that.
Probably just
Or
castle.
like this. Push, take.
I
But
don't
that
like
doesn't
this
really
opening
develop that
choice
much. It
from,
leaves you very
from
vulnerable.
Vinton here. I think it's perhaps a little bit easier for White to play if he
Also,
knows
if
what
I
to do
open
with,
up my
like,
pawns,
castles and bring
he can just do
rook to
this.
center. But also, XQC violated one of the basic principles. He put this bishop in front of this pawn, so this dark square bishop doesn't have a good way to come in.
I don't wanna do this
That's
either,
the
'cause I wanna
actual
castle later
reason
on.
You generally want to push the pawns in front of your king and your queen.
I don't
Or
have
so
to think
you
about the
have
shit like
squares
that.
for
I
your
just don't.
bishops to go to. You
I think castling is always a good time to do it.
By the way, it's an honor to highlight the ideas that you speak. That's what
I
I'm
think
doing.
it's okay.
Just highlighting. Just keep saying moves. I'll keep highlighting.
Ooh.
Now it's
I
your
knew he was
turn.
gonna do it for
But
that.
now
I
you say
knew he was
things
gonna
and
do
I
it.
will highlight.
Yeah, this is bad,
And he's gonna push a pawn.
Okay, but why?
right? Well, come on, Hikaru, come on, because like, oh my God, pushing out to 5 there.
Wait, this is kind of terrible, actually.
What I would say about this is that I think objectively at like a grandmaster level,
No,
it's probably
no,
okay to play
no.
like this, but there's a big
If I
danger
put my thing,
when
he
you're new to the
can't
game of
back
overextending
strafe.
with your pawns and you're
Yeah.
using your bishops and your knights too quickly. Because it's king again, no development. Look at this position. He's did he play knight c6? Knight c5. Here we go.
Right.
Now we'll see if
95 is
Was
nutty.
that even
We
worth
gotta
it?
listen in. I think he sees it. He just sat up in his chair. Check him out.
Was that even worth it? Dude, I kind of want to just feel like pushing. I feel like pushing the pawn now. His thing is annoying me. He's just annoying. I don't. I hate doing this. This makes my king so vulnerable. I think this is one of the worst ones ever. But maybe I'm completely wrong. What do I know, dude? Like, look at this. It leaves me so vulnerable. Maybe
I
that's
feel
why I
like
need
xQc's mindset
vulnerability.
is always what's being attacked, not what to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Get my queen out of there.
Is there like a switch you have to make, or do you just always
My
think
queen
both?
out, dude. It's fucking
I mean,
moving.
I think you're looking
the
at
pace
both
going.
generally, but I
This
will
is
say
stacked.
again,
I
I
hate
think that's
this.
the varying thing. Is the more that
this
you
is like the
play,
6-pack.
sort of the less respect. Maybe respect is the wrong word, but the less you fear
I
your
always feel
opponent's
weird
plans and ideas.
when
and you don't
when I'm
assume you've done
6-packed.
something wrong.
I see. Once you stop blundering, you don't have to worry about what's being.
Well, yeah,
threatened
because
all
I
the
think what he's saying is he's always worried that he's missing something, that he's doing something
Right.
wrong, that his
Wait a
opponent's gonna
minute.
have some way to win the game. That there's always something wrong.
You don't understand how
as opposed to-
anxiety-inducing chess is when
Can
you're
I
bad,
use
man.
this to my advantage?
Oh, I mean, I was there was a time when I had these issues too.
Oh yeah, man, you walked uphill both ways.
Ooh, I
But I
kind
do
of
want
like
to
that.
add one thing. So, Danny, if you go back a couple of moves, I did want to point this out because the one thing that I think is very important that perhaps xQc is having an issue with is he's not like sort of remembering the patterns. Like he's played this Petrov opening many times, and the concept is the exact same here. Ludwig, you actually probably would recognize
It pins this, but it doesn't really do much. And I need to develop, and I'm not. I haven't been developing.
And then knight takes knight, and it's a check on the king, and your knight is going to capture the queen next move. And this is exactly what happened to him in another situation where it was a queen in front of a queen on this line and not the rook, where he lost a very painful game.
I mean,
before.
yeah, I've
So-
done
There's
that
that.
against
Got it.
xQc before, and I think he's done it against me. Just discovered check and just looking for like you know that. Tactic.
Well, you tried to actually get him with that trick
Yeah.
in your final
He's
game.
pushing
Yeah,
his
yeah.
pawns in my face. I
Tim,
hate
you remember that?
Hikaru remembers everything, like you said.
Crazy.
You were right to call him out on the uphill both ways. Hikaru was better than me when he was 8. So
Yeah,
Hikaru.
that's why I know
I'm about to
he's
get cheesed
lying,
out the
'cause he
wazoo.
said he read Dvorsky's Endgame menu when he's 9, talking about how he remembers being bad. What was the worst you were at chess? You were like 4.
Oh, this is pretty
You
good.
don't even remember.
And this is a
It's
breakthrough.
when I was 7, but yeah.
Tough year, dude. Tough year. Everyone.
I like my development
Seven is
much
the most
better than
powerful
his.
magical number, so it can't be tough.
Mhm.
Can't be a
He
tough
had like
year.
his Naruto moment.
He's
on the
gonna do something
Switch set,
crazy.
Not even GM.
He's gonna push this, I think.
The sad music plays.
By the way, in the game though, xQc
I
missed a
knew
free
it.
pawn. I don't know why
Yeah,
he didn't take
on
a
E5.
pawn.
How could
Yeah, if
you?
you go back 2 moves, he could have
Yep.
just castles. It's black's
Yeah,
move.
sorry.
Castles. Oh, he could have taken it. Oh, he had 2 chances. So he had that
Yeah.
chance, and he also had a
How
second
could you?
chance. Wow.
I think he's
Okay.
been operating under what did I do wrong this entire
Yeah.
set.
Oh,
and it's
no!
been hurting him because he doesn't look
But
for
is
any
that the lack
paths.
of sleep that he's more worried about his opponent's threats? Is it like the paranoia setting in with like, or is it just that he hasn't
Bing?
played chess in a while?
You know what I would say on that topic, Danny, and I think Ludwig
You know
can
what?
probably
Fudge
relate to this
it.
a little bit better than I can. Which is it's just one of those things. Like chess is so stressful. Like
I'll try this.
if you're not,
I
if you're
don't like
newer
this.
to the game. You like
I
you
don't like
just-
it, but,
you assume that you're
I
not
think it's
smart or
bad. I
you're doing
think it's
something
terrible.
wrong. It's just like it's part of the psychology. I think is that you worry. You're worrying nonstop about what can go wrong.
Yeah, I think just like it's playing in Pogchamps specifically,
That makes
where you're a
me real
competitor, and
vulnerable,
it's not
but
just
who
your
knows?
people watching. And if you lose, it's not even
Hey,
that
push a pawn
bad. You
here?
just get a bunch
Push
of
it on
low
too?
W's in chat. It's way more stressful when
just
you
push
make every
one?
move because you don't want to do something
Force
super
trade.
dumb. And
Nah, but then
you
my
know
dudes
a
are
decent
towered.
amount. Like I think xQc
Yeah, but
knows a
then
decent
my
amount
pawns are
about chess.
towered.
And so it's
You
better
know what's
to
crazy?
try to show it
I've
off
never
and
liked this, but I literally have
not
no
make
connection to the
something
outside world.
Super stupid happen.
Right.
So something could
Well,
happen.
yeah, 'cause it
my
feels
stream,
like
my
it's
stream
just
could
like-
literally be offline,
To me,
and I would
feel like
have
it's
no
one
way
of
to
those things where
tell.
it's like this ticking time bomb. You're trying like you just feel like one of these wrong moves and it's just all gonna blow up. Which of course is what makes chess so hard, honestly.
I think in general most people play worse.
This is a trade
at
I'm
these
comfortable
events.
with.
And maybe
They
I
play
think it's
worse
just
in
'cause they don't have, like,
Pogchamps than they
competitive-
do when they're just playing on chess, like streaming
Yeah.
regularly, you're saying.
Then right it is.
Yeah. Like if the same person they could beat regularly on stream, they probably would do worse on in Pogchamps.
He's going for
Right.
'Cause
checkmate.
I think that's
like
probably
that,
a thing,
I think.
Hikaru, right? Like tournament nerves and like being able, like if you haven't done a tournament in a while, you're a little
Right.
rusty on tournament play.
Yeah, and I would say even at the top levels, there are certain
I
tournaments
see.
that are
I
definitely
actually
more
caught it.
important than other tournaments, and the quality of play for most of the players tends to go down. It gets worse. It doesn't get better. So that's definitely true.
Well, that could have been a disaster.
Now
Oh,
he's
well,
played
since it's the
D4.
en passant,
I
en
was gonna
passant.
We're gonna have the question.
That could be a
whether
disaster.
Fenton remembers
I was about to
en
lose my
passant or not.
rook
We
for
did
free.
not go over this in our lesson.
You didn't go
No,
for en
caught that.
passant?
And honestly, I'm watching Fenton, and he doesn't see
My
it.
my
He
structure's
doesn't see it.
terrible.
He doesn't
How do
see
you
it.
miss
I think
en
this is horrible.
passant? That was like the
I'm
biggest
not ready to
thing in
give
the
up
first
yet.
Pogchamps. En passant and fianchetto, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One emote for both.
that was a fail right there. No en passant.
When I push, we'll
Well,
push,
he gets
buddy.
away with it. I mean,
get
you
it.
can get away with that type.
Just get it.
Yeah, I
That's
think it's hard to remember.
He's not
That's
gonna kill.
Among Us.
He's
That's
gonna let me
Among
kill
Us
his.
practice. All right, he's imposter
then
right
get it
there.
back.
He just went for it. He was like, I'm crew member the whole way through, and he got away with it. Didn't get called out.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, now it's back. I mean, okay, Black has still got the big center, but if xQc just develops the knight, then this move C4 was really good actually, and this is totally unclear again.
White
This is
care.
another opportunity I would say as well for xQc to show that he is
course I
learning and he's progressing, because one of his
Right.
biggest issues has been the lack of development and using all the pieces that he has
No,
on the
no, no.
board.
This-
I
Right.
still feel like he developed backwards. Mike, I feel like he put all his like pawns up and then
I don't
brought
mind
out, you know.
Is that bad? Is that
Yeah,
bad?
I mean it's a little bit dubious, but he's gotten away with it.
Maybe it's a
This is good.
Now
stellar
he's
play
doing well.
Yeah.
hidden
Sure,
in
it's
this guy's
dubious.
blunder.
I like that he didn't
heading
take
looking.
two. Like he brought the knight out behind the pawn, so he's got that. And if he puts a rook on C1 or even D1 right now, because he's recognizing that maybe this,
Takes. Okay, I have 5 minutes.
it might be a little
Takes,
sneaky for him to
takes,
see that the
takes.
rook on D8 is actually immediately threatening this pawn here.
It ends there.
So he's
I
got
can
to
try
recognize that.
Good. Fine. Whatever.
Right, but this game also I like, even though he's down on time, he's only down 2 minutes, so
If I do
he's
this,
the
this,
game
that.
is pretty
If I do this,
level.
that,
Right.
my king is so vulnerable.
But
It's
I
terrible.
think he's doing well so far. Now I wonder if he's gonna
Is
try
he
to
just
cheese
start doing a
F3.
bunch of shenanigans with his
One
Is
thing
it
I've
king
noticed-
F3?
and some
that,
bullshit.
that bad
He's gonna
players
start
like me don't
rolling
do
me,
is you
dude.
just look
I'm
through
telling you.
pieces. You just
I
pretend they
can't
don't
trade here.
exist
It's too
sometimes.
risky.
Right.
Right.
Going it for the chat. F3 would not be advised for the chat, but because if you don't take it, it's bad. But yeah, maybe go for it.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you always go for attacks in these settings.
Okay, if he
I
plays
have
F2
to.
Maybe
now,
this order works
I'm
too.
afraid.
This order is good too. Play
Yeah.
F3.
I think this game's all about chump checking. All right, let them prove that they know how
I
to deal
think
with
he
it
knows what
before
he's
you write
doing,
it
which is
off.
what
I
I
feel like
don't
when
like
you're
about
good,
all
you just don't
this.
even go for it because obviously it's not, you know, you have to set yourself up for success that they're not going to fall for. But here,
Right.
hey,
Yeah.
they'll
So
fall
so
for it.
like so what I would say, yeah. So to put that like in the chess terms, like you should always go for tactics. I think like tactics. These sequences, a couple of moves.
I can
where your
attack queen
opponents
here.
Will, have the chance to make a mistake.
Yeah!
Rather than trying to find
Yeah,
normal
that's
sort of
pretty good.
traditional moves that you just improve pieces. At
Yeah.
some point, you should try.
I
to
can
play for these
attack
tactics
queen here, and he has to move.
A couple of moves where your opponent can make a big
Yeah,
mistake.
really bad players will blunder and let you win, and then like.
And if he
okay
threatens, I can
players,
just
you have
push
to let
this.
Them beat you by doing tactics against them.
And if he
Good
fucks
players you
up,
just lose against.
I do this and that.
Yeah, the better the players
I'm
are,
not
the problem
seeing
is, like,
clearly.
these sort of cheapo tricks, these tactics, they don't really work. So you have to like combine everything and use like tactics, like then piece placement. It's just it's very hard, obviously.
Also, just push this like that. You know what? Let's give it a
What's
try.
wrong for
Love the dialogue.
XQc is that it's. Sorry, go ahead, Danny.
no, I was saying I'm just listening to you guys. Love it. Let's check in with xQc. Looks like he just went for a different kind of chump check, as Ludwig would say. See what happens
Playing
now.
like a Russian.
I don't know what that means, but that sounded bad.
How do I feel about this?
If he sinks that knight in on B5, that's what Hikaru's saying. A move like A4, right?
What about this? I can activate my rook
Positional.
Danny, every
and
opportunity
defend
to
for
guess
back
what
rank,
Hikaru's
which he's not
thinking.
prepared for because he has no pawns push like I do. Who knows?
If he plays A4 here, he is playing like a Russian.
He has to.
You
It's
wanna
the
play
only
like that?
move.
You want to do that?
It's the only move.
I think he's gonna see
Okay,
it.
here it comes.
I do
I
too.
push pawn. He takes this for free. That's
No,
a disaster
no,
already.
No. You guard it twice. No.
Yeah, he's not
He
looking
doesn't
at
see the
his-
knight retreat.
Because the knight's being attacked, sometimes, like, look,
I can
at
still
our
go back.
level, we
I can
just
still
don't
go back.
value it as a piece that can attack.
Think about
because
this.
it's
Think
being
about
attacked.
this. If I stay here and I'm stubborn and I push this, he takes that and my queen's in threat. I move her. He pushes my dude and gets that too. Or nah, I'm not. No, that's. I'm just gonna go back.
Oh. Oh.
Even if I go back, he still has the same option.
The music makes me just on the edge of my seat of whether he's
I don't have enough time for this anymore.
The funniest part about this is if he goes back, he makes it into reality.
Right.
The one thing he's worried about.
Everybody's
Sad.
freaking
What's
out.
happening?
Yeah.
Is he gonna see it or not?
Yep, clock.
I guess all I have to do is
I think
Move
he's
back.
already written that knight not protecting his truth, so he'll never go back to see it.
That sounds.
Well, you
about
think it's a free
right.
piece. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, takes. Okay.
Play
He
it,
might
do
still
it,
do it.
dude,
He
do
might
it.
still do it because he can't read the line deep enough that he doesn't know
Right.
if it's even that bad for
And
him.
then Finton won't take the pawn.
Whatever,
He plays
dude.
A4, I don't think
I
Finton
lose
will
a pawn
take-
here.
Oh, he
I have
did
to.
it.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I
It's
lose a pawn,
crazy.
whatever.
He did it and said, I'm going to lose the pawn, and he's not going to.
Wait, no, it's actually not even that. It's not even that complicated.
He saw it.
Yeah. Finally, he saw it after
Why did
doing
I
it.
stress
He
so
couldn't
hard
read the
over
line
this
deep
when it was
enough.
not even
It
how
ended
to
up
move
working
it?
out.
Now, will Finton find the winning variation here is the question. So I think this is a good question for you, Ludwig. Is
Yeah,
there a
what's the
good move
winning
for
move for
black
black?
here?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
You got it.
Black in this spot, real quick. If I had to guess, black in this spot has to do something. Right. Flip the board for me. That is not it.
140 on the
Is that
clock.
it? That's not it. I wouldn't have done that.
That's not
That's
it.
silly, right?
You could have moved the bishop over with the pawn supporting it, and you hit the queen and the rook. If the queen moves, you lose the rook. If you move the queen, you lose.
I take.
Or you, yeah.
Give me 5 more seconds. I'm right there.
Yeah. You call that a skewer.
So Ludwig, when I said that XQC was playing like a Russian, the reason I said that
Wait
is
a
'cause
minute.
right now you see this white knight.
Yeah.
It's guarded by this pawn, so it's
There's no
this is
force
what's
there,
called
right?
An outpost. There's no piece that can remove the knight from the square because it's supported by a pawn.
Okay.
Like your bishop, you can't attack it. The rook and the queen can't attack it because the knight.
No, if you want to trade it, we'll trade. Whatever.
And Russians just do that. It's like a thing.
It's a
Russians
very
do.
positional concept. Yeah, the
Yeah.
outpost.
Take it. It's yours, dude. It's a gift.
So
Danny
Soviet
would know.
school.
He
A gift
lived
from
in
me.
Russia.
You lived in Russia?
Or well,
For-
no, you
for a
studied.
summer that I would not like to forget. A lot of good things happened in that summer.
It's a gift.
Okay. All right. Go off, Danny.
Well,
Little
I mean,
study in
it's a
Russia.
different show. That's a different
Yeah.
show, but
This is like what's that
I
story?
don't like this
The,
because it's gonna be
Machine.
take.
first
Take.
time.
Machine
Anyway,
2.0.
you know what?
Take.
It could be the first time we're gonna have an
Take,
XQC
take.
Armageddon
Wait.
right here.
This is actually pretty good for me. What the
I
fuck?
think XQC's
Well, we
got a
had
chance.
that.
Wait, this is actually pretty good for me.
Danny, Ludwig against XQC was Armageddon, I think. Well, it wasn't Armageddon, but it was this.
I didn't even think about this thoroughly.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Bud, what color would you take in Armageddon? Pop quiz.
So Armageddon.
Yeah,
is
this
the one
legitimately is pretty
where
good.
You have to win as white, but you get more time.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
I would take white.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think.
makes sense.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I just think I the way I play, I just look for mates. Even if they're cheesy, I just look for them. That's pretty much the only thing I do, and I never worry about defense ever.
Mhm.
So
Sounds
that's
like
that's how I
fantastic
do it.
advice. You're full Bill Murray Space Jam. You don't play defense.
I think people don't
I
look for
forced a
checkmate
draw.
enough in these games. I think they're always concerned about position and things like that and the basic principles, which is good and dandy. But they never once think to themselves like, "Oh, how am I gonna even
Can I do
checkmate?"
something? Can I do something magical here?
Alright.
Is there a
Just hope they
magical
get to
play
an
I can do?
end game that is their advantage.
What's an Endgame, right? I'll tell you what it is. It's an overrated Marvel movie. That's what it is. I'm with you.
True.
Overrated. That ending. I mean, you can't just do that.
This serves no purpose. This
Alright,
does.
XQC
XQC
gonna
almost
see
had it,
queen
by
and
the way.
flush
If he
here.
hadn't traded the knight for the bishop and he had played this queen check and queen check idea without trading the knight for the bishop, he
I'll do it
would have
anyway,
been
'cause it looks
much
cool.
better, maybe even winning.
Nah,
now
then
it's
he gets a free pawn development.
Black can
This is
just go
so
back with
bad.
the
Why I
king,
don't know why I
and
did that.
It's going to be a repetition.
I don't. Oh, you think he goes for that? I'd be surprised. I feel like nobody has done that in these tournaments, and it's a smart thing to do. But just the idea of going for draws.
Yeah,
is not
I have to go back.
Well, I think it's
Right.
Plus, here it's not really the smart thing. I think he knows it's a 2-game match. If he goes for the draw, he actually loses the match. So I think you're right. I think he has to do something.
Yeah.
That's a good move, though. He's opened up new lines of check that would defend this pawn. I mean, if Queen D1 is played, it doesn't work. But
What's the
Oh,
added
crap.
time per move?
5 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck me.
I think we should check in for his final moments here, whether he wins or loses.
I knew it.
All right, let's do it. Let's see what Fitton thinks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can still win. I'm back. I'm back against the wall, but it's not over. Yeah, but this guy's like a 1K player, dude. He knows, dude. He knows, dude. He's practiced any scenario like 100 times. Wait, he usually gets a free piece right here, right? Wait, he gets this for free. No, because then I do this. I do bing bang. Yeah, then I do bing bang. It's not free. I do bing bang. And he hates that. Yeah, and I have better plan development later on. What about? And I have to go fish the pond out. What is he doing? He's gonna put the queen down. I don't get what's happening right now. I really have no time. I lost. He gets a free queen here. GG's. I feel like there's not much I could have done. Just checkmate. Yeah. Fuck. Dude. I'm GG. Man. Nah. I don't think I could have forced a draw. I would have to play way better than I actually can.
xQc was talking about
Jeez.
forcing a draw in his stream at the end there, but I don't know if he knows that it's not actually best of 3. It's best of 2, which means a loss and a draw is still a loss.
Right, exactly.
It is confusing because there is like a tiebreaker, so it feels like a best of 3.
Yeah.
But if you're up 1.5,
There'll be,
it's still I guess the act of drawing is unique to chess.
There'll be more opportunities.
All right. Well, the act of drawing didn't occur, but we do have another.
Let me
match
see at the
coming
end.
up. They both
It was
gone
at the end that I
live.
fucked
We're
up.
Streaming.
For
Don't go
sure.
anywhere. We've got more Ludwig, more Hikaru, and more Pogchamps when we come back.
I don't think I missed a big chunk. Did I miss a big chunk? Blunder!
Hello, Mr.
Oh, no.
Félix, you sexy man. It's been a while.
Oh, yikes.
You played well, xQc less
Hi,
than 3.
xQc.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
I
hear
see
you. I
once.
cannot see you just yet.
This should be better now.
Pie dab.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to select the right camera. Because I have two of them.
Perfect.
Yep, sorry about that, by the way.
No worries at all. Hasn't come through just yet.
Yep, I just had to deactivate my other camera because I have two of them. I'm coming in. You should see me in about 1 second. 3, 2, 1. There it is.
Hey, welcome. All right. Great games to both of you guys. Finton, I would like to just check your audio real quick.
Sure.
That's in the audio, see if it sounds alright. Are we all good? Should I not be broadcasting? I thought we were going straight in. So.
No, you're absolutely fine to continue to stream. You both look good, sound good. Let me know the production. Let the production team know that you're in.
Perfect, thank you.
Oh, I got it. Boom. Yo!
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Yo, what up? What up?
Fix.
Thanks, man. Live troubleshooting, but hey, well, speaking of doing things live, you played super well the last couple games. Have you been playing games when you're not streaming on chess.com? How much have you been practicing over the last month?
No, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I've been listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a hard worker when I'm committed, but it's been a little bit of shortcomings with chess. I could have done way more. I'm a little bit
Are you
disappointed.
mad at all at your prep today? Because you stayed up for 21 hours before playing.
Hey, Ludwig.
Yeah.
I know you're from YouTube and you think you know stuff. Okay, dude. I'm a streaming warlord. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to prep for my stream and
I'm talking about going to sleep before playing a tournament game. You took 1 minute on your second move, game 1.
Well,
I thought you fell asleep at that point. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just worried about. Look, they say sleep exhaustion is as bad as being
wondering
drunk.
about your exhaust.
Yeah.
I mean, are you tired or are you feeling good?
I feel fantastic. Listen, can I don't want to create drama. Listen, this guy up top is like a chess caster, GM over there. Probably I am over there. What the heck is Ludwig doing here casting? Dude, you're like 900.
I beat your ass.
Oh, in a tiebreaker, like 3-minute match.
If you want to look at the biggest chess streamer of all time, it's not Hikaru, it's not you, it's me. All right, that's why they bring out the big guy. All right, the big guns.
I'm glad that I'm getting interviewed by my coworker Ludwig. Thanks so much, man. No, I didn't prep that. I did not prep that much. I could have done way more. I could have been better. But it's been fun though.
So
You go for it.
Go ahead. Yeah. No, I was just gonna ask. In general, how did you filter out these games? Because even if you haven't been spending a lot of time on chess, it seems like you have improved relative to when you last played. So, did you feel like you were playing better today than like in the previous Pogchamps, or do you think that experience maybe helped you as well?
I feel like I had an idea of where my pieces were going, and I had like a flow of things of like my pieces are moving. I'm moving forward, not making big mistakes. But I feel like he was thinking a bit more ahead, and he's like, yeah, if he does this, that, this, well, I'm gonna do that.
I made lots of mistakes, dude. I made lots of mistakes. I've already looked.
Yeah, we listened in on both of you. I think XQC gave Finton a lot of credit, and there was certain times you could have like pushed an advantage, just like listening to you guys. Like Finton, we'd listen in on him, and he was always like anxious and nervous, and you both were at points. But
Really? I was sitting back having a beer. I thought I was nice and
at one point, he moved his queen up. You
Wait,
basically secured the game, and you were freaking out about that. You had to move to your couch cam.
That's my opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going
that's
on,
your
mate?
opponent.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, man? Wait,
So funny.
people said it. He's like a poker player. I thought it was like gonna be like some like 20-year-old dude with like a hat with flames on it, dude.
No, that's
I
EasywithAces poker streamer. Yeah.
I thought that was the host.
No, I'm not good at
dressed
chess.
like
I
a
don't feel
more
bad
host than
losing
the
now.
rest of us.
I wore a dicky bow
Yeah,
to
you really
celebrate
went
the occasion.
Sure.
Yeah.
You did outdo us all in the commentator attire.
Yeah,
I got
you
told.
did. And the extra streams, the extra scenes you had. We had the moneymaker room and the disco room, Fenton. You busted out all the stops here today.
I was a little bit paranoid when I first changed the room that it could be looking like that I was changing it for, to like, I don't know, cheat or something. So like I quickly changed back and panicked. But I was like, it wasn't my move when I was doing it and stuff. So I thought it was fine. I got scared for a little sec. Yeah, that's what I see, Danny. You know it. You coach me. You tell me I see problems that aren't there.
All right.
I don't have any chess questions for you guys. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. Your guys' games were fun. And xQc, I mean, I know, like you said, you were maybe you didn't think you put as much time in as you should have. But I agree with Hikaru. It felt like you played better than the first event, and I was wondering if the experience paid off. Are you feeling at least more relaxed? Like you're not nervous about your matches?
I feel pretty good. Like I was happy with like I didn't feel like he got me. Like, oh no, the fort I didn't think about. Oh no, the back rank he got me. I didn't feel gotten, and I feel like if I had crafted my skill and I spent like more time, these small details would have mattered. Like knowing how to develop, how to push my pawns, like knowing what I'm looking for, the sort of patterns that are gonna come up that I will use later on or something. and seeing those flare up, you know, like when you do
Can we
puzzles.
expect a coaching session? Can we expect a coaching session with you, xQc?
Yeah, I went to
Bring
go
it
with
back?
Hikaru, but I got lazy, and lately it's been an experience. I'll be honest.
Check your DMs. It's so sad. Hikaru's just reaching out every day, like, "Hey man,
xQc, I think
Hikaru's
I
like
think
the
Ludwig
super
was
too
offering
nice.
to coach.
What's that?
I think Ludwig was offering to coach. Is that what you were doing, Ludwig?
no.
Well, when I look at my profile, my rating goes like up and down. I kind of want my rating to go up, not down.
Okay, man. Look. I'm just a commentator this time. I've already done my tour. You know, I'll take on a few students maybe in the future. I'm a commentator this.
There was. Can I add one last thing though, chess related, just for xQc specifically, which is that I don't know if you can bring up the board, Danny, very quickly, but from that second game, there was just one thing that's
I
very
already know which one
important.
you're talking about.
Is that there's certain patterns that repeat themselves. Like you see it in one game and it happens in another. So like in this game, I don't know if you can see the board right now in Zoom, but there was this one position. If you just pull
I'm
up the
seeing
Zoom
now,
screen.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
So you could have played this knight takes pawn move, and after black captures the queen here with the bishop, you can take the knight, and you're attacking the king with your rook, so it's a
So you
check.
can go get it again.
Yeah,
I
and you
would've
get
got
get his
messed.
queen on the next move.
That's sweaty.
And this is a pattern that you had in a couple of other games as well. So it's just something like when you see this mistake, like just try and remember this idea with this with like these checks and these discovered attacks or
Yeah,
fossils.
it's like a pseudo sacrifice.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Sometimes
I was a little disappointed when you missed that, buddy. But I'm just kidding.
I missed lots of stuff.
That's
I
right.
missed
That's
lots.
right. Yeah, sometimes I see a piece and I'm like, that's a threat. That's a threat. That's a threat. And I never compute it as like it could maybe be a tool to get something out of it, you know? And
Right.
I felt like you were always, well, the way you're talking was just always defensive, and you're like, and a lot of the times you were good, and everything was square, but you thought you had done something wrong, and you could have just attacked more.
yeah, I kind of just felt like I haven't been in that pattern like enough times to be comfortable with it. That's all.
Right, but I would say in general terms that is true. Is like you I think this applies even to like Fenton, for example, where you always assume there's something wrong. You assume you're missing something because you're new to the game or your opponent they set some trap that you don't see. But for the vast majority of the time, you're doing completely fine. So I think confidence is a big role, and just trying to be aggressive and attacking, especially for you, xQc, makes more sense because you're very good at that. It's more of an instinct thing, and you have those instincts to attack your opponent's pieces.
Yep. I should
All
put
right,
more
guys.
events. Well, thanks for having me on and inviting me to the interview,
GG,
boys.
mate.
Girls.
Thank you both for joining us. We got a match coming up now between the Mountain and Waga, but you guys were awesome, and we'll probably catch up with you
Much
after
love.
your next match.
All right. This is Kevin, guys.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
See you guys. All right. Hofstra Julius taking on Waga.
Okay, let me just close this out.